Hey everybody, welcome to Bura. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about some Udemy technical analysis, and I'm going to be talking about some new pricing updates. Alright, welcome back. So today is kind of an interesting day. So you can see that everything is well, it's up from before. So let's take a look at some of the charts here. So if we look at the hourly chart, that was of course broken, but the big news today is that downtrend on the daily has now been broken. Editor, why don't you throw up a party? All right, so as you can see, this is broken up here. Now, of course, downtrends don't last forever. If they did, well, the stock is going to zero. And I don't think that Udemy is a stock that will go to zero. So as you can see, it has broken to the upside here. Now, to be fair, this is a pretty steep downtrend, right? So as you can see, it has gone up here. Now, maybe this is the start of an uptrend. Who knows, right? But of course, we'll have to see. Now, so as you can see, if you are buying at these levels, it might be a decent idea, at least from the technical analysis. Now, we all know the fundamental analysis of Udemy is good, but of course, it could be better. And that is what I'm going to talk about today. So today, they have updated some pricing things. Now, there's nothing really big about this, but I've talked about pricing again and again and again. And Udemy actually does a really good job of pricing. And the reason why I say that is Udemy was born in the last recessions, in like the kind of the deepest throes of the last recession. And people didn't have a lot of money. So what they've done here is they've actually made their courses around $9.99 US. Now, of course, over the years, some people would sell courses for $1. I tried that, didn't really work here. But they set a price floor of $9.99, which is actually not bad here. However, the problem is that the way that they're doing things is a little bit complicated, very expensive, and they could probably switch things up a lot more easily and probably make a lot more money, just because Udemy is now a very established business. It's over 10 years old. But basically, this update here is saying that, considering the inflation, right, the inflation of Turkey, makes them, they're going to update the price here. And so what they're going to do is that they are going to be updating this global price matrix a lot, right? And then, so they're also going to be setting something that's a little bit, they're going to be setting things up a little bit differently in each market here. And the reason why they can do that here is that they might be able to charge like a little bit more in Canada and Australia specifically. So if we Google CAD to USD, right, and then we say something like 13.99, you can see it's $11 United States here. And then if we do this to Australian dollar here, and it's maybe 14.99, right? You can see that they'll be able to eke out a little bit more money here. And the reason is that in place, if you're not from the United States, other places like Australia, Canada, anywhere else really, they're used to paying a little bit higher prices for things. If you've ever gone to Europe, you'll know what I'm talking about. An espresso or a coffee is a lot of money. So as you can see here, there's a lot. So they're going to be basically kind of, nickel and diming. And since we're talking about inflation, we could say like dollars, etc. But there's going to be a lot of just kind of tweaking to make sure that they have the right amount of purchase, which is actually not that bad of an idea. So this is actually pretty good. It's not a terrible move here. However, the big flaw with pricing is the following, is that they basically set this floor here and they don't really charge for weight here. Now, I think Udemy's marketplace would be a lot more successful if they made 20-hour courses more expensive. So what this means here is that this is the price tier for all courses here. And if there was 20-hour courses, which a lot of the top tech courses are over 20 hours, by the way, and that's where Udemy makes most of its money. If they set it to double whatever this is, I guarantee you Udemy would make more profits. Guaranteed. Because to the consumers, to most of the consumers here, if you had, let's say a double size mattress and a king size mattress, the king size is going to be more, but not in the world of Udemy. the world of Udemy, basically the king size mattress and the double size mattress is about the same. Now, of course, you could probably find a top end double mattress and a low end king mattress that are about the same price here. But if you're trying to compare quality and quality products, you know, if you're a mattress maker, you're going to want to charge more money for the king mattress because it just uses up more resources. Likewise, if you're making a 20-hour course, it's going to take up more resources on the instructor side versus it's going to take more money on your side, the instructor, versus making a smaller course here. And I can tell you that this is the case. Now, the thing is that Udemy doesn't really care about this, and they probably should. And this goes to the bigger kind of theme that they're trying to do is they don't really care about the marketplace. They just want to sell subscriptions. I don't think that that's necessarily the best plan for them. However, I do think if they did just make some tweaks, it would be better here. So because we are going to have the quarterly results in the next 2 weeks here, let's hope that the marketplace goes up in value. I think it will, just because it's Black Friday here. The next, not this results, but the next one is probably the one that you need to look out for, because that is, sales have been a little bit slow for a lot of people on Udemy, and I would bet that sales are slower, but they're probably moving money more to the subscriptions, which again, I've talked about it a lot in this channel, is that it's not going to be good for an exit of Udemy just because it's just not going to be good. I've talked about this again and again and again. Because and I'll reiterate it now, is that you can't, the instructors that are the top instructors could leave at any time, and it's difficult to replace those instructors. But anyway, so as you can see here, the stock is definitely on an uptrend. And by the way, you can see that even though the stock is on an uptrend, the rest of these here, are still down today, right? It's still weird. And then let's take a look at the VIX here. The VIX, right? And so the VIX is still up, but actually it's come down a bit. So, so that's basically good for any kind of growth stock. Now, of course, if we do enter a recession, I do expect Udemy to do quite well, because education is one of the things that does very well. What happens in a recession is that the frivolous things of life tend to suffer, like the luxury things, because people don't have enough money. They need to eat, and they need to eat, and they'll notice that, like, well, if you want to, make more money, you need to upgrade your skills. Like, that's what most people think. Going to school, right? If you have a 2-year college degree, you want to upgrade that to a 4-year college degree. You'll make more money in the end because you'll have more skills. And over time, it's been how many skills can you accrue in the least amount of time? That's really what you want to be asking yourself when we do go into a recession here. And if that does happen, then you want to obviously learn online, and Udemy is a great place for that. And I highly recommend that this is something that you do. You should always be learning, right? No matter what you're doing, you should always be learning, because you could get rug pulled from your career profession at any given time for any given reason, and you need to just be in the habit of learning new things. And that's what I do. I'm constantly learning new things. If I didn't, guess what? I wouldn't be here today. So basically that's what it is. They've updated their pricing to target inflation here. Now, I could do a whole other episode of how $9 isn't what it used to be, or $10 US is what it used to be. And so I wonder if it's going to change anything if US inflation is going to go up, right? And I'll talk about that in another video. All right. So if you like this channel, you can pledge for this Kickstarter today. As you can see, it ends in 6 days, and this is a bundle within bundles of courses. If you want to learn web development, app development, that's iOS and Android, machine learning with Python and a whole other bunch of different libraries, blockchain, game development, and interview prep, this bundle of bundled courses is for you. And the more you pledge, the more courses you get. It is really a really good deal. It's not going to last forever, and once this is done, the price is going to go up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.